Okay, I'm only doing this because I'm such a fucking follower. But hey, Internet Eric here, who has his own YouTube channel and is also the co-host to my podcast, the JVTV Uncut Podcast, which you can find on Anchor, iTunes, anywhere that there's a podcast. And I gotta say, I'm pretty proud of that podcast because it's so. If I didn't know me, I'd be offended by it. But we're doing another one Sunday, so it should be good. He tagged me in something called 10 for 10 movie genre tag. And if anybody else wants to do this, and feel free to, make a video on it and pass it along. I don't know where the fuck you send it, but I don't even know who started all this. I'm just doing this because, Eric's a buddy of mine, and I thought, why not? And so basically what you do is you pick 10 movie genres, okay? And you have to pick one movie from each genre. Now, this doesn't have to be stereotypical genres like drama, comedy, thriller, although I did stereotypical drama because I'm very stereotypical. It could be like, if your favorite genres of porn, you could do your favorite bukkake film, your favorite gangbang film, your favorite interracial. It could be your favorite, you could do it all under romance, your favorite romance with Tom Cruise, your favorite romantic movie with a gay couple, your favorite romantic movie with a Swedish overweight woman with a wandering eye. You could do anything you want. It's kind of like that. So I'm going to do regular categories, pretty much regular categories. And I don't know if it's going to be funny or not, but maybe it gets to know me somehow. All right. So for foreign film, my first category is foreign film. And yeah, I'm cheating a little bit. It's Canadian, but it's Black Christmas. And as you all know, it's about a bunch of black people who celebrate Christmas and they get down and, oh, child, it's fun. Now, it's 1974's Black Christmas. It's a horror film. A bunch of sorority girls are stalked by an unseen killer in a sorority house. And the reason I'm picking this movie is because I'm a big horror fan. I'd never in my life had heard of this film. When I was about 21 years old, I saw the description of it one night on, I think it was HBO or Cinemax. I thought, what the fuck? It's probably some really, really shitty movie. I'll fucking give it a go. That movie scared the fucking piss out of me. Just the phone calls, not the movie itself. It was just so, I don't know if it's because I was a little drunk. It might have been. I was drinking at the time. But I wasn't expecting it to be what it was. And I don't give a fuck what anybody says about, the original versus the remake. I know there's been 3 remakes. I'm not talking about the god-awful, woke, fucking 3rd remake with those fucking, complaining bitches. But this one, I mean, my God, the obscene phone calls alone were so fucking disturbing. And I remember going outside and having a cigarette afterward, like, this. I gotta shake this movie. So that's why I picked, and it's from Canada, so hey, foreign to me. Drama. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Steel Magnolias. And I'm gonna just say about that, why I picked it. Shut the fuck up, Eric. How about that? Okay, like I said before, I described to him, it was one of these films that I'm sure has hypnotic powers. I would have never sought this film out, but this is kind of before TiVo and shit. When you just would scroll through HBO, Cinemax, looking for something, there is something about this movie where I would always stop scrolling and just stare at it. And just all of a sudden, I'm I'm going to change any minute. I would watch the whole thing each time. I don't know, never sought it out. I never taped it. I never even rented the DVD. But if that fucking thing was on, if it was on right now, I swear to you, I'd be, I'm sure it's something Pavlovian thing. I don't know. Comedy. South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. I'm a fan of anything by Trey Parker and Matt Stone. And, well, not anything. Basketball sucked. But, the fact that they actually got this Bigger, Longer, and Uncut title by the MPAA, who's made up of a bunch of old people who had no idea this was a reference to like a dick, like a porn movie or something like that playing those words. Just that alone. But yeah, it was funny. And I mean, a freaking filthy musical with kids swearing, sign me up. All right, Thriller. I've been trying to get Eric to watch this one forever, so I'm not going to say too much what it's about, but I saw this when I was about 14 years old. It's called Lisa. It's a little known thriller. And the reason I liked it so much was because it was a PG-13 movie. And for a PG-13 movie, this had from what I recall, a pretty fucking violent last 15 to 20 minutes. Where it was this is really PG-13? I was for sure this shit. Basically, it's about a girl who likes to play phone games with people and stuff like that. And let's just say she picks the wrong motherfucker. She picks the wrong motherfucker in terms of a serial killer. And somehow he finds out where she's at and shit gets really, really bad. I don't want to ruin it for anybody in case they've seen it, but it's from 1990. It's called Lisa. I'd look it up if I were you. For next genre, horror film. I had to pick my favorite horror film. It's like picking between my two children, which one I'm going to drown. Now, obviously, it's going to be the girl if it's in China. Um, it's tough. It's really tough. I was going between The Exorcist and Halloween, but they're such different films. I gotta say, Halloween. Halloween did it for me. Halloween was something, the music was right, the acting was right. It was like almost like you were eavesdropping on these people. It didn't even seem like a movie. Part of it, because maybe part of it wasn't scripted and improvised and all that, but it was just like you were following these characters around through their a Halloween day slash night where this horrible shit happened. And that mask is the scariest thing on the planet. Well, when you're a kid and you see that mask for the first time, that's a frightening fucking thing, especially when it's like, coming out of the, darkness and silhouetted and all that. But my favorite is Jamie Lee Curtis screaming through the whole movie. Oh, God, get the keys. Oh, get the keys. It's like her nuts finally drop. Favorite teen film. Let's try to do that one. It's got to be The Breakfast Club. It's got to be. I know. You all think, which one would I be? Of course I'm going to be the jock. I'm fucking kidding. Like, I related to John Bender so fucking much. It wasn't like I aimed to be that guy. It's like I was born that guy. I was born with that kind of wit and that kind of like, look, I don't have many gifts in this life. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I can't, play an instrument right now. I can barely write my own name. I have horrible handwriting, by the way. I like this shit. It's like a serial killer wrote this shit. But, but I always kind of had a wit about me, but it was that kind of vicious, mean-spirited wit, and thus making me, I would have never had friends had I not had that wit. Do you know what I mean? But it attracted all the wrong people, but it also kind of ingratiated me with, like, the kids that were kind of cool or popular. So, yeah, I picked that movie, Breakfast Club. Action film. I hate action films. I gotta say right now, they bore me. I don't care about Rambo. I don't give a fuck how many bullets are flying. I don't give a shit. But one that I thought was good was True Lies. That was 1994 True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I could actually overlook that he was in the film because usually he takes me out of anything. I'll be back. He talks like he's got Down syndrome. I don't know why he made a film career or how that happened, but okay, he fooled somebody somewhere. Plus, he had a really kick-ass, cat fight between Jamie Lee Curtis and Tia Carrere, who, Tia Carrere knocked Jamie Lee Curtis out of the park. Jamie Lee Curtis had the body in that movie, but Tia Carrere, hot as hell. Dark comedy, all right? Dark comedy is my next genre. I'm going with Heathers because it's so very. It was just a weird movie, but it was so... The language was so foul, and it was so dark when you think it's about teen suicide and kids trying to make other kids kill each other. That movie could never come out today. And any movie that's got a line that's something, any movie that has the line in it, fuck me gently with a chainsaw, I love it. Automatic masterpiece. Documentary. This one I love, but just because, I'll tell you in a second. Documentary is The Decline of Western Civilization, Part 2, The Metal Years. The Decline of Western Civilization, I think the first one started, Penelope Spheris, who made Wayne's World, made this documentary on upcoming bands. And the first was like punk, like 1980. But then in 1988, she went with The Metal Years. And you get to watch this movie with all these delusional fuckheads who think that they were going to make it. They all have big hair. They all have big dreams. And none of them are anywhere today. And that's just why I love to watch it. I kind of watch it now because it'd be like, she asked a lot of them, like, so what are you going to do if you don't make it? Oh, but I will make it. I will make it. Some guy with a feather in his fucking ear. And he's like, oh, well, you haven't heard our band play. Yeah, we're Odin. Yeah, we're going to make it. It's just like all these fucking horrible bands who've never made it. They're all a bunch of alcoholics and drug addicts, and their life is going downhill, and I feel better about myself. So, Decline of Western Civilization, Part 2, The Metal Years, for documentary. My last category... I don't know why I had to do that, is B movies. My favorite B movie ever, Critters. I love that movie, and I like it better than Gremlins. I have to just come out and say it. It was more vicious than Gremlins. Gremlins kind of had a comedic streak in it. Not that this didn't either, but this was bloodier. This was nastier. These fucking things were out to kill you and shit like that. You had like these little hairballs. On the surface, laughable, but just non-stop like bloodletting and shit like that. I don't think it's aged that well, but Dee Wallace is in it and some other people who don't have careers anymore, and I just thought it was really, really good. So yeah, those are my 10 genres and 10 movies. Hope you enjoyed. I'm not sure you will. I don't know if this did anything for anybody, but yeah. I'm out. Do it yourself if you want to. Like I said, you could do any kind of genre you want. I feel I should say something else.